Hey people, it's me again. So, anyways, as I was saying about on my last video blog about how I was finding my old teachers through Facebook, and I had to make a little bit of a correction there that it was really these people were my teacher's age, but anyways, they could also still be called teachers, so it doesn't really matter what I would say. So anyways, so the first one is Mrs. Place, or I should say Sue, that she was my teacher's aide during high school, and after high school, while I was taking classes at the college, and then she was also taking some classes there to finish her credentials here to become a full teacher rather than a teacher's aide, So, anyways, while I was also taking classes at the college, there was also another teacher's aide that I found on Facebook. His name is Dan, and he was also the teacher's aides in adult transition, and that was the program that I kind of talk about from time to time, but although I would say that that he was actually one of my favorite teacher's aide, and as long as this other teacher's aide, Noel, and they were kind of more like having an older brother than a teacher's aide, if you get my drift, So, anyways, as I was saying, one of my nicknames for Dan was the Java guy, because he always drinks a lot of coffee, and then a few times where there were some classes where he had to help me out for something, and I had to wait for him to go to the bathroom after he drinks too much coffee, and he was all hyper or something. And I forgot what was the other thing I was also mentioned. He did left adult transition right around the time I left, but it was for the same reasons, that he didn't like the way some of the people were treating him, and I think he had a falling out with one of the other teachers there, but as I could say, is just that I did email one of my teachers' aide, Mrs. Place, or I'm so not used to referring to her by her first name afterwards, because I'm just so used to referring to her as Mrs. Place, and rather than just her first name, and so I was emailing her back in 2004 and telling her about how I was living in Dallas, and I'm gay and all that other stuff that I was telling people about it, and this was just right after I kind of came out, and so, and the other thing was it was one of my first, maybe the only time I probably actually participated in the coming out day and coming out to someone on coming out day. It was a lawyer, my old teacher, but I was also telling her that about how that I was living in Dallas, and then I was gay, and all about the other stuff that was going on, why at the beginning of adult transition, why I was all a little out of it, and felt a little stressed because there was all these family problems and stuff like that, and so she seemed to, at least now, understand, although I realize I think I have to tell people these kind of things like a lot earlier than later, otherwise they're just not going to get it, or otherwise it's just going to cause more problems if I don't tell people about such things. So, anyways, it was just the other day where I emailed Dan on Facebook and telling him about what was happening to me. So I'll expect a response, if any, but it's just that he's probably busy with his new job, I think, or one of his jobs that he's working with, but I guess in a way it seems kind of pretty awkward to have it come out to old friends and stuff, but I think it's the ways that you probably get used to it after a while, because some of these friends will have a hard time dealing with the fact that you're not straight, or and unless if people stop assuming that everyone is straight, and and then this sort of thing wouldn't really happen, with the whole pride parades and all of that, if people stop assuming that everyone's straight, but that's another issue I probably have to talk about, so anyways, I guess that's it for now.